Welcome to LVT-SHOWBIZ, the place to get the fastest, highest quality, most interesting updates and new perspectives on Chinese entertainment.
Kai, Tan Songyun, the fated love story and the moment she whispered I do. When love goes beyond the screen to touch the hearts of the audience. In the Chinese entertainment industry, the names Kai and Tan Songyun are no strangers. The two have collaborated multiple times on screen, creating iconic drama couples that captivated viewers. Yet this time, they don't appear as fictional characters, but rather in a romantic, cinematic narrative where their love is portrayed with raw sweetness, tenderness, and inevitable challenges. The video they stepped into their fated wedding quickly garnered millions of views on YouTube. It wasn't just because of the perfect chemistry between two beloved stars, but because the story felt like a journey of growth and love, filled with smiles, tears, patience, and, in the end, an eternal vow. What made this video special was that it wasn't simply a fan creation. It mirrored a genuine yearning for love, a bond strong enough to weather storms, sweet enough to touch the soul, and steady enough to reach a happy ending. Viewers didn't just watch, they lived through the emotions of the characters as though they were part of the story. So, what moved audiences so deeply? Let's dive into the love journey of Kai and Tan Songyun, from their destined encounter to the moment they both set eyes at the altar. A fateful encounter amidst the city hustle. Tan Songyun, the girl with a radiant smile. Tan Songyun enters the story as a young woman leaving her hometown, carrying a bright smile into a strange city. Beneath her cheerful exterior lies resilience, the strength of someone daring to build a life on her own. She lives in a small rented room, determined to prove that even an ordinary girl can shine in a bustling metropolis. But behind her smile are silent tears. Some days, when work didn't go her way and loneliness overwhelmed her, she had no one but herself to lean on. Yet her courage and faith in the future made her a symbol of vitality, like a small flower blooming against the storm. Viewers saw in her not just a character, but a reflection of millions of young women striving to make their mark in the big city. Kai, the ambitious man in the ruthless world of finance. In contrast, Kai is portrayed as a young man navigating the intense financial industry. He faces high-stakes meetings, endless figures, and unpredictable risks. Outwardly calm and rational, deep inside, he longs for tenderness, a place of comfort where he could drop his armor and breathe. Like a warrior in shining armor, he appears strong, but his heart carries loneliness. Nights spent under the cold glow of office lights revealed not just a hard-working man but a soul yearning for someone to hold his hand and give him a reason to smile again. The destined eye contact at a café. One summer day, fate intervened. In a small cafe tucked in the city's chaos, Tan Songyun was frowning over work documents, while Kai rushed in for a contract meeting. Their eyes met, and time seemed to stop. Amidst the noise, they only saw each other, their hearts beating out of rhythm. The chatter, the sound of the coffee machine, all faded. In that glance, it felt as though the world slowed down. It wasn't coincidence, but destiny's arrangement. Without a word, they felt an inexplicable bond, an invisible string tying them together. And from that simple moment, their love story quietly began to blossom. The first sparks, when two souls found harmony. From strangers to confidants. At first, they were just strangers, speaking politely, keeping their distance. But the more they talked, the more they discovered a shared belief in perseverance, the courage to change fate, and the idea that happiness comes to those who endure. They bonded over small things, a bitter cup of coffee, a favorite book, a long day's fatigue. These ordinary exchanges became the catalyst pulling them closer. They realized that in a vast, overwhelming city, finding someone who truly listens is more precious than any achievement. Gradually, distance gave way to closeness, formality turned into intimacy. Sharing burdens under city lights. Late at night, when neon lights cast their cold glow over the city, the two became each other's safe haven. Simple conversations soothed their loneliness. There were times when Tan Songyun broke down from work stress. Kai didn't lecture, he simply handed her a tissue and held her hand. When Kai felt crushed by wrong decisions, she didn't offer grand advice, just quiet presence, enough to calm him. These simple moments etched themselves into their hearts, slowly strengthening their bond. A quiet flame of love. What started as accidental touches and lingering glances grew into undeniable attraction. The flame of love, though subtle at first, began to burn fiercely. In each other, they found solace in the harsh cityscape, realizing that with someone by their side, even the toughest days could be endured. Love's trial, when life isn't always rosy. Clashing rhythms of life. Love is beautiful, but reality is never only roses. Su Kai, as a successful professional, was constantly consumed by work, endless meetings, business trips, urgent contracts. His life left little time for peaceful evenings together. Meanwhile, Tan Songyun, gentle and sensitive, yearned for simple moments, a warm hug after a tiring day, a caring glance when she felt lost. The gap between his busyness and her longing created cracks in their relationship. Misunderstandings and quarrels. Missed calls, unread messages, late arrivals with no explanation. These small things ignited arguments. Tan felt neglected, Su Kai felt misunderstood. Their silences grew longer, their frustrations deeper. At times, they even considered letting go. But in their loneliest hours, they realized they still longed for each other. That unshakable yearning reminded them that love was worth fighting for. Learning to face, not avoid. True love isn't about avoiding conflicts but overcoming them together. They began listening more, trying to see through each other's eyes. Honest conversations replaced silence, gentle touches replaced coldness. Each apology, each tear, each embrace brought them closer, teaching them that love thrives not on perfection but on persistence. Growing together, when love and career walk hand in hand. Tan Songyun, from naive girl to strong pillar. She grew from a fragile newcomer into a confident, resilient woman. Failures, criticism, and setbacks only made her stronger. She proved that women could be both gentle and strong, capable of love yet independent enough to stand tall. Su Kai, the steadfast man on the financial battlefield. Rising from a junior employee to a respected figure, Su Kai showcased decisiveness and sharp instincts in a ruthless industry. Yet, he never forgot the quiet support behind him. For him, Tan wasn't just love, but home, a sanctuary after long, exhausting days. Companionship and support. The beauty of their love lay not only in sweet moments but also in unwavering support. When she was exhausted, he cooked dinner or simply sat with her. When he was overwhelmed, she offered comfort and encouragement. They didn't just love, they uplifted each other, walking side by side into the future. The peak of happiness, I do. The culmination of their journey was their wedding day. Under shimmering lights, with soft music playing, Su Kai held Tan Songyun's hand, gazed deeply into her eyes, and vowed, I do. Tears streamed down her cheeks as she replied, trembling yet resolute, I do. That moment brought tears not only to them but to everyone witnessing it. It wasn't just a wedding, it was proof that real love survives storms, grows through struggles, and triumphs in commitment. Lessons from their love. Love requires patience. Differences in personality and lifestyle are inevitable. What matters is the courage to stay, to repair, and to cherish. Su Kai and Tan showed that patience heals wounds and strengthens bonds over time. Love is sharing. Their story proved that true companionship is not in grand gestures but in simple acts, a look, a hug, a gentle word. Sharing makes life's burdens lighter and love more enduring. Love fosters growth. Through love, they learned to listen, to compromise, to prioritize us over me. Their relationship wasn't just emotional, it was transformative, making them better versions of themselves. Everyone deserves happiness. Their journey is a reminder that happiness isn't exclusive. Anyone can find a hand to hold, a heart to lean on, as long as they believe and open themselves to love. Conclusion: happiness is having someone to walk beside you. Su Kai and Tan Songyun's love story feels like a dreamy romance drama, yet it carries real lessons. Happiness is not perfection, but companionship. When they exchanged vows, saying I do, it became more than just a romantic moment. It was a symbol of eternal faith and true love, proof that no matter the hardships, love will always find its way to a happy ending. Their story leaves us with hope that one day, someone will come, take our hand, and help us write our own love song.
Thanks for watching LVT Showbiz. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to stay tuned for more exciting stories from the world of Chinese celebrities. Leave your thoughts in the comments, we'd love to hear from you.